Good morning, students. Let's begin our new lesson with two inspiring messages. Success is like a train. It has several compartments: hard work, focus, luck, etc. But leading all those is the engine of confidence. So today onwards, let's move forward in life with the engine of confidence. And secondly, there's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve, and that is the fear of failure. So today onwards, let's overcome our fears and boost self-confidence. Let's convert this word fail into an acronym, that is first attempt in learning. Because even if you fail, it gives you an experience and you learn from that experience. And in future, you avoid the same mistakes. So let us take inspiration from these two messages and drive the engine of confidence, boost self-confidence, and overcome our fears. So now let's begin with our new lesson. The lesson that we are going to start with is the fourth lesson of Science 1, that is the effects of electric current. Let's begin with the lesson. We know that electric current is the most convenient form of energy, and it is produced at one place and it can be transmitted over very long distances. This is one big advantage of electric current, and it can be converted into various forms of energy, like electric energy can be converted into heat energy, light energy, sound energy, mechanical energy. So this makes electric energy to be the most versatile form of energy. So here we are going to study certain effects of electric current, and the first effect that we are going to see is the heating effect of electric current. Now let us first try to understand what is a circuit diagram, because circuit diagram helps us to understand the various components and how current is flowing, what is the potential difference, resistance, and all various terms that are studied under electric current. So here is a circuit diagram in front of you, and this circuit diagram you can see certain straight lines here. So these straight lines indicate conducting wires. So these straight lines are the conducting wires. Then you can see here, this is a battery, and this is positive terminal, this is a negative terminal. Now this long line here indicates the positive terminal and the small line indicates negative terminal. So this is a symbol for cell. When you have only one long and one short line, it is a cell, but more than one will indicate a battery. So here we have two such sets, and so it's a battery, and long line is the positive terminal, smaller one is the negative terminal. Now you can see here another symbol. This is key. This is called as plug key. When you show a dot, it indicates that the key is closed, and when there is no dot, it indicates that the key is open, and that when the key is open, there is no current that is flowing through the circuit. When you show the dot, the circuit is complete and current is flowing through the circuit. Then after that you have this resistor. The resistor is used to control the amount of current that is flowing in the circuit. So this is a resistor. Then you have, this is called as an ammeter. An ammeter is a device that measures the current flowing through the circuit, and it is shown by a circle. Inside it you write down capital A, and it has got two terminals, positive and negative. Then you can see another device here. This is a voltmeter. A voltmeter is used to measure the potential drop across the two ends of a wire. So here you have this resistor, you have the two terminals B and A. So the potential drop that is present across these 2 points A and B is going to be measured with the help of the potential difference, that is the voltmeter. So voltmeter is the one which measures the potential difference across the points A and B. So these are the various components of the circuit diagram. Now we can see certain things here, like the positive terminal of the cell is connected to the positive terminal of the voltmeter. At the same time, the positive terminal of the cell is also connected to the positive terminal of the ammeter. Same way, negative terminal of the cell is connected to the negative terminal of the ammeter as well as the negative terminal of the voltmeter. So it's always positive terminal is connected to the positive of voltmeter and ammeter, and the negative terminal of the cell is connected to the negative of the ammeter and the voltmeter. Another important thing, a voltmeter is always connected in parallel combination. So here you see that both are placed parallel. So a voltmeter is always connected in parallel, or we can say even across the resistor. So a voltmeter is connected in a parallel combination. We have studied series and parallel combination in standard 9. So a voltmeter is always connected in a parallel combination. Here you can see both are connected parallelly. Whereas a ammeter is always connected in series combination. So like here you have the battery, then you have the key, then you have a resistor, and then you have a ammeter. So they are connected just one after the other, just like we have the bulbs in a Diwali series, how they are connected one after the other. The same way all these are connected in series. So ammeter, which measures current in the circuit, is always connected in series combination, whereas voltmeter that measures the potential difference is always connected in parallel combination. The last thing about a circuit diagram, the direction of current. So here you can see that the current is flowing in this direction, clockwise direction. It starts from the positive terminal and then it moves in this direction, and this is how it completes the circuit. So this is called as conventional flow of current. The conventional current always flows from positive terminal to the negative terminal, because like water flows from high level to low level, or winds blow from high pressure area to low pressure area, same way the current will also flow from high electric potential to the low electric potential. So in this we have positive terminal to be at a high electric potential, whereas negative terminal is at a low electric potential, and hence the conventional flow of current which is shown in any circuit diagram will be always from the positive to the negative terminal. So these two arrows that you are seeing here, they are indicating the direction of the current. Otherwise, the current flow is on account of the flow of electrons, that is negatively charged. So they flow from the negative terminal towards the positive terminal, that is opposite to the direction of the conventional flow. So flow of electric current is on account of the flow of electrons which move from the negative to the positive terminal of the cell. But in any circuit diagram, we will always show the conventional flow of current, that is from the positive to the negative terminal of the cell. So I hope you have followed the general points that we have discussed regarding the circuit diagram. Here this VAB is written. So this V stands for potential difference, and AB, that is the potential difference across the wire AB. So here you have this point A and this is point B. So whatever is the potential difference across the wire AB or resistor AB, as we can call it as, so that is referred to as VAB. So VAB is the potential difference across the resistor, and across the points A and B. A continuous path consisting of conducting wires and other resistances between the terminals of a battery along which an electric current flows is called as a circuit diagram. So here we have the definition of a circuit diagram. Potential difference is indicated by V and it is given as work done divided by charge. So potential difference, that is V, is equal to work done indicated by W divided by charge. Charge is indicated as Q. Now charges are positive and negative charges. Thus work done, if I want to calculate the work done, it will be potential difference into charge. So this little formula you have to remember because this will be useful for a next derivation that we are going to study. So I hope you know work done. Work is said to be done when it brings about any displacement. Same way here the displacement is of the charges because the charges are moving. Positive charges are moving from positive to the negative terminal. Negative charges are moving from negative to the positive terminal. So here there is movement or displacement of charges. Hence work is said to be done. So this work will be equal to potential difference into the charge.